Hello, chat. We are just in time for today's stream. Just in time. We reached like 30 seconds before. Kind of like how Nihal plays his chess. But welcome to another episode of Title Tuesday, a fun tournament that happens every week on chess.com. 11 round tournament, which has become freakishly strong with each passing of time. And in recent times, it has started to include Magnus Carlsen. And people thought this would have an effect on the change in the winner. But Hikaru Nakamura keeps taking it week after week. So, to make things less boring, I'm here to challenge the status quo. And here we are for the first round. I had this tradition of making these 4 out of 4 stats. The few title Tuesdays that I was playing off stream, but in recent times we are back to square zero, where I play my worst possible chess on title Tuesday. So, which one is it going to be today, chat? Is it going to be the usual? Ooh, I can't see this. It's like she's singing kind of title Tuesday, or do you think it's going to be like one of those off-stream title Tuesdays? What are your thoughts? Thank you, everyone. We'll have music and other things at the end of this round. So Queen, so he wants to get this rook to G6. Now it's time we paid attention to the chess part also, with the banter and nonsense, which anyway we are not so great at. I don't mind giving up his b pawn because we want to get to his king where the b pawn. So we don't mind that for now. We want to capture this mate. Let's just chase it. Oh, did he have some bishop in his sequel? Also good, also good. Queen eyes on 2 sides. He eyes our weak squares out here. If only, Queen g5 check could be more effective. I wish it was, but it's not. I think we'll just take this and see what happens. Take this and see what happens is the very thing that I teach people. But here I was looking for some Queen e7 check to uh, pull things back for us. Doesn't seem to be directly. We need to find a way to challenge this queen, otherwise bishop in the h3 is too long. So it's certainly not the time where we should be thinking, hiding it. Yeah. Let's do this check. He runs with this. Makes sense. Kind of sensible from him. Bishop in the h3 is the main threat. It all looks super dangerous for us up there. But we can for now depend with people. So how do we try to get our pieces back in time? Just start with it. So what I expect. I was counting on Queen E1, but warning and what is basically G2 we have Queen E5 check. And in general also we want Queen E5 or Queen F2. Okay. In F6 I think we have F Queen is in the point, and I think we have the point. That was a bit anxious, but and still on the end. But I think we should cleanse this the more than time. We can always get more once we have some, just like money, compounding factor. We are first win of the day. Fine. So while I preview that, my voice sounds muffled. Okay, we'll fix the things. My open lags himself. Extremely sorry about the voice and everything chat. But I don't know what is the issue. But ever since I moved places, it I have been having all. Okay, so for temporary for temporary reasons, we will just go with this, and meanwhile we will work on fixing the audio. Streaming elo was never really high. You should be able to hear me now. Yeah, you should be able to hear me now, but I think there will be a lot of background noise at the moment right now. We will fix that also as the stream goes along. How bad is the background noise, by the way? So maybe what I can do is I can turn on the AC and turn off the fan. That will make the background noise better. It feels like an AD stream because you're missing AD a lot, Shruti. That is the reason. There is no other reason. Cool. I think we are set for now. For now, we are set, and we'll make further improvements as the stream goes. There are options within OBS itself which I can do to suppress the background noise, but I prefer doing it through a more sophisticated software. But I think this is not bad. It's better than It's better than, for instance, what I would be doing if I was streaming this on the go. And let's have a look at the players, by the way. So there's Magnus Carlsen out there. There is Hikaru, Nihal Sarin, Danya, Duda. There is Arjun, and there is also Pranav V, who has been. Am I following the new Armageddon Championship? I try to, just not with my eyes because that's color scheme. But I do passively listen to the commentary at times, and that's where I get the updates from. But somehow I feel that it hasn't been as well known as you would think for a tournament of this stature. So I'm a bit surprised that it's not a bit better known. Meanwhile, the second game has begun, the round number 2. We are at 1 out of 1 chat. And look at this guy go. Who is this guy? Who is he? Pap Levente, who has lost against us earlier once and wants more of it. What kind of a strange addiction is this? Following AD scores to the dot, he will know the consequence of that from today. So the idea is to get d4 directly. It's not such a bad position for white per se, but we have to find a way to make it so that our ideology remains intact. Certainly not my fan. My fans don't do such things. My fans are nice people. Yeah, d4 was his intention. I was kind of hoping to get in some bishop e3 and rook d7. This is what my... But he will take with the queen, I guess. These cowboys, such boring people. They just want to trade queens, go to the endgame. What's with their sense of adventure? What is with their sense of adventure? Come on! Let's make the game interesting. Don't trade everything and make a draw, my friend. Let's make the game more interesting. So we are in an end game, equal pawns, but we have more pawns on the queen side. So this is known as the queen side majority. And this is a good thing for black here because it makes it easier to create a passed pawn later in the game. So with bishop c5, he wants to keep his knight alive. I was expecting him to play with the knight. This is an interesting move. Initial instinct was to go bishop b2, but he has some knight d6 and knight into b7. So maybe we are forced to take bishop takes c5, which is not ideal, but it's not such a terrible thing either. We just protect this. We don't mind going into a bishop versus knight endgame, and we also free the f7 square for the bishop. He still has this knight into b7, but again that's also something we don't mind for now. Takes bishop into c6. I'm not a b3 cowboy. Come on, kuch bhi. Please. Are you guys following the Armageddon Championship? Yeah. We want to get our knight out, but then plays e4. Let's get our rook developed first. He will play rook d1 and now we'll play knight d5. See, these are the things the b3 cowboys don't see. e4 we have knight c3. So there are limitations on what the b3 people can do, and there are no limitations on what the Catalan people can do. That is essentially the difference between both these sets of people. The Catalan people, they have a strong bishop. The b3 people, they have a nice looking knight, but that knight doesn't stay long. The b3 people give up free pawns like this, and the Catalan people accept free pawns like this. The b3 people think they can get the pawn back. The Catalan people know better. And eventually, Catalan always wins over b3. This is the law of nature. It's just how it is. We cannot alter these kind of things. It's like the law of gravity. So the b7 pawn is attacked, and b3 cowboys may think it gives them some special power to access the opponent's b pawns. It's never the case. We just comfortably defend, and now the king tries to bring his king. We will also bring our king. He pushes his pawn, we will also push our pawn. Eventually we'll have one pawn more. The question is, which pawn do we want to keep the extra pawn in the queenside majority? Which pawn should we retain? And I feel we should try to keep the b pawn because it's a bit further away from his king. Because if we keep the c pawn, his king is too close, and this is a decision that we can take. We are in charge of it. So let's just push the pawn further from here. See, he doesn't have a lot of time anyway. This is kind of what we want. Now if we take with the rook, how is that pawn in game? His king comes, his king comes. Also, yeah, his king feels a bit too quick there. King b4, king d5, king into a4, king c4, and king a5, c5. I still think it's winning, but we cannot risk such things against b3 cowboy. So let's go for the option 2. King d3 is this is not the way to play by him. He loses a lot of pawns in the process. If he was going to go this direction, I wouldn't have spent. I could have given a check actually. Can still do that. Oh, we have so many pawns. That was not great endgame technique by me, but it should do against. What is he playing? So chat, in these kind of situations, the pawns on the 2 pawns on the 6th rank, they run by themselves. They don't need the king's help. So balance is kept. What am I doing? Now I need to show technique. Okay. And another win of Catalan over b3, just like always. It was such bad technique, but yeah. That's all you need to beat these b3 cowboys. Still, Catalan already succumbed at World Rapid and Blitz, but not against b3. It didn't happen against b3. Okay guys, 2 out of 2. Again, how many points do you think we are going to score in this 11 rounds? I think I won't play if I have more than a 3 point gap. So, something like 5 out of 9 and we are out. We'll only play as long as we keep playing well. I hope the audio is better now. It's at least bearable and you're able to hear me without too many disturbances. There is bound to be some. There are going to be. Let me see if I can improve it a bit now that. Yeah, let me see if it can be better. Okay, so let me know if it's better right now or it will be it was better earlier and we'll change it accordingly. 2 out of 2. Why is Pranav called Buddy? I have no idea that he was called Buddy. And also, Chad, I saw a lot of comments in the previous Chess This Week video asking how did I grow old so fast? See, this is what happens when you're working at the top level chess. All it takes is 3 months of stress and your entire hair turns grey. But this is my true colors. This is my true color. It's a mixture of gray matter and black. And I started having gray hair when I was like 15 or something, or maybe even earlier. I don't even remember. It was such a long time ago. It shouldn't be such a long time ago, 15, but I think it is. And after some point, I started coloring my hair every week. Recently, I decided not to do that because I was getting bored of doing it every month. It takes so much time. I have to like put on the color, wait 30-40 minutes, wait to wash it, and it also feels better. It feels much more liberating to not have to do that. So, what do you think, chat? Is the true colors better, or do you want the fake colors? This is important that you answer it because you look at me a lot more than I look at myself. I don't spend that much of time in front of the mirror, and it's you people who have to keep looking at me. So I hope it's a better site than the Armageddon chess, and I will abide by the results of this poll. And unlike some internet personalities who put on opinion polls and then end up doing whatever they want, out here, your opinions will truly matter. So we are not like them. Okay, so back to the game. Where were we and what are we doing against this knight? Should we go queen c2 here? Let's try to make a decent move here at least. I want to trade everything, and what I want to do is I want to trade everything off and have a spawn on e4. Is there a way to do that? Start with this. I need to improve this opening. Yeah, this is what I expected. But now if he takes with a knight, then I don't know what. Then maybe we just cancel. He takes with a queen, so this is what we wanted. Yeah, this is the position we wanted to go. Next one we'll cancel. He can play the bishop to b5. In which case we need to be careful of this knight getting trapped. So we need to chase away that bishop, and yeah. Bishop b5 is the one move which I was hoping that he will not play. Because now cancelling also becomes difficult. We can find a spot for the knight. That shouldn't be a problem. Let's go with h4. Because if we push the h pawn, we might as well push it by 2 squares. Also, this has the effect of really scaring the opponent. So the opponents get scared, and when they get scared, their heart rate goes up, their breathing goes up, and they make suboptimal decisions. Not all of them. Yeah, I want this pawn to be on h5 at the very least. Right now we are not risking much here because after queen b4 check we always have the queen to d2, but I don't think we have much prospects either at the moment. I don't like c takes actually. We'll take with the e pawn. I changed my mind because I want to have the option of this square permanent. This rook will develop from h3, the queen goes to d2, and we castle long. This is our 3-step plan. So pawn to h6. Chess is fun in the sense that the plans you make actually come to life. This happens because chess is a finite game with limited possibilities. The rules don't change suddenly, at least in the variants that we play. So it's so much easier to keep things under control, which is what makes it difficult for chess players sometimes in life when same kind of control is usually not there. Pawn is attacked. I hope the audio is still. There's no issues with that. We need to go to d1 here. He takes d4, we take with the queen, and I hope we are not making a blunder because it looks so risky, the queen being out there on d4. But ed we can also capture back with the c pawn. The game has changed, and now black is taking over. I shouldn't have allowed this pawn to I shouldn't have allowed this. Now we are trying to save the game, and black is better. He takes a pawn, he captures a pawn. We push our pawn. The big problem is we cannot just make a escape for the king. It might be useful later. I can also visualize him taking rook into d5. It just makes things easier for black because it clarifies things. Now we he wants to take rook takes d5. Okay, sure. You want my king here, so be it. He's threatening g5 now, not giving me much space to breathe, and we are also starting to feel the pressure on the clock. Kind of hoping for some f5 here. Yeah, we're gonna lose this match. This game we got beaten fair and square, and full credit to our opponent. Bad game by us, but full credit to our opponent as well. Green color with a tinge of red. Reminds me of this scene from Johnny English where Johnny was trying to make a sketch. Where did we go wrong in this game though? It all looked fine until this point, but it turns out that this whole conception by me was bad. The one where I spent so much time. I need to do better. We need to do better. Anyone else who got upset early, who lost a early game? No, everyone else on 3 out of 3. We can't do that usual showing off screenshot also at the end of 4 rounds this time. So we better try to we better try to get it get there at the end. Okay, I don't know why I was fumbling there so much, but I had an important WhatsApp message. Okay, from now on, let's go. Full energy, and let's also show them in the moves. 8 more rounds remain. What are the other games which is going on? Lately, I've been so down on energy when I have been streaming, which might not have been visible for you because low energy is kind of the default on my streams. But yeah, it has been low energy because I don't know why. I think the likely reason could be that I have been I've been doing quite a few other things and been busy with it. So that could be the reason why I kind of turn up tired at the end of the day. But from here on, it's going to be quality over quantity. So I will try to up the energy quotient and within the realms possible. Not like Saga's level of high intensity energy. Not Saga's level of excitement. Oh my God, it's the Berlin. Not that, but. Which is amazing, by the way, which is something I really admire and accepted that just like how Sagar has accepted about the Grandmaster title, that it's probably not for me to achieve. But yeah, okay, let's focus on the chess. Carapan defense, the knight c3 line, and now we get our bishop out. Next move, castle. The pawn structure is a bit weird out here. We go for a double pawn quite early in the opening. So there's justification for it. I haven't really thought about the justification or why it is so. It's just something that was considered bad for many years until quite recently when Black kept trying it out and it turned out that it's not bad at all. By the way, we can't go because we can't do that. So let's just get the pieces out. Develop your pieces, control the center. That generally ends up in a decent opening position in most cases. Just sticking to the basics is one of the most important and useful things we can do. The queen being here also kind of hinders his rook. And against c4, were we intending the knight to b4 or the bishop to b4? Because this is a bad move by him. It weakens the d4 point, and after bishop b4 we can even potentially go with the knight to c5, I guess. Next move, bishop b4. I'm kind of expecting him to play the bishop to f4. Bishop c3 is also not a bad move. After bishop into c3, he wants to take with the b pawn, which is not desirable for him because he also ends up with a double pawn. But in this case, we'll be able to attack that double pawn. So it's a bit different from our double pawn. So I think we will take this and we will attack his queen because of the concept of pin. This knight comes to the center of the board, attacking both the pawn on c3 as well as the bishop on f5. If he takes on g6, which he has to, we recapture with the h pawn. So let's pre-move that. Maybe let's not pre-move that. Okay, I should have pre-moved that. Now we just take this pawn. We are a pawn up, and let's defend this pawn. So now how will he try to get counterplay? Rook to c1. If we go queen b2, there's rook b1. And our b7 pawn will be under a bit of a fire. So let's go queen d3. Also freeing the c3 square for a knight in case of any possibilities to create tactical threats based on that. We need to attacking his pawn. Now we can just play rook e7, protect the b7 pawn. The idea is to play knight d2 and weaken this d4 pawn. So I think we can do that right away. Although I do this with a lot of skepticism because it makes it easy for him to defend. It would have probably been better to so now queen f4, queen g5. Queen f4 was the intention because we want to keep the option of rook e2 open, and we also want to, yeah, this was the point. We attack from all sides. There is this tactic. Question is, should we go for it right away or insert something in between? Insert a move in between. It's also tempting to go rook d4, rook d2 and do this thing. Spoil for options. Paradox of choice. Modern day life. Just take this. Simple. Simple but powerful. This game is quite easy. Our opponent doesn't feel strong. If he takes this pawn, we'll take with a check, and we'll take this pawn also. And the queen from c4 will protect both these pawns and also attack the f1 rook. Look at how beautiful our construction is out here. Chat. Yeah, we'll keep this pawn protected. Can should we go active or passive? Passive feels better for now because we have enough pawns. So we have enough out there and we don't need to. Yeah, I think we can. I know what he wants, by the way. He wants some rook e8, but let's just capture this pawn also. Our fourth pawn, because what I thought was if I can just take this and the king on headstone he doesn't really have, and now queen e1 check and queen e5 check ends the game because the queens are getting traded. So that will be 3 out of 4 chat. Hello Dr. Vidhi, happy Holi everyone. Yeah, Holi is not really a thing in Chennai, and low energy cut down on carb. If I start cutting down on carb or rice, I think I will really go low energy, by the way. When Sagar's energy goes down, he has Amrita, but sadly you do not have anyone except yourself. True, true. That is the advantage that Sagar purportedly has, but I don't mind that. I don't mind trading off some energy off stream for a lot of energy and time off the stream. What's going on in the other games, chat? And how are things these days with the absence of? Are you missing the Indian Chess Tour tournaments? Are you missing the Chesscom India streams? Do you want to, go to Chesscom and say we want the Indian Chess Tour back? You want the Indian streams back? Do you want to do that? All the usual suspects with 4 out of 4 at the end of 4 rounds, the usual break. Once again, unfortunately, I cannot go and brag out there on Twitter and Instagram at the end of 4 games. My phone is not even with me, so anyway, I cannot put up a story. But yeah, we are all the way down at 3 out of 4, with 16 players on 4 out of 4. So in general, what we do, any upsets yet? Yeah, I lost a game, honestly. I think you were watching, weren't you? Hello, Ame. Yeah, I miss commentating too. Although I can't say I miss it much. I can't say I miss much in my life. I'm pretty happy with what I do every day, day to day, and it's a lot of fun getting back to professional chess. It's a lot of fun having some free time, spare time. Although I do miss 2020. 2020 was a lot of fun in the sense that suddenly there was nothing to do, and you could do whatever you want. I feel that's like the ideal situation in life. That's how I started on YouTube. Otherwise, I would have probably never streamed out here. So that was like the most pleasant time in the recent past, which is kind of sad because that was one of the most toughest times we as society dealt with. But that said, we have been dealing with it one after another anyway since 2020. Life has been filled with uncertainties, and the rate of change has been very fast since 2020 in any case. So this has kind of become the new way of life. But when things are assumed, it became the combination of everything. The combination of all the things you picked up in 2020, all the things you were doing pre 2020, and I like things when I had absolutely nothing to do and I could try new things. That was a lot of fun, a lot of freedom. Maybe I should recreate it. What does MGD1 stand for now? That's going to be a mystery for a lot of years to come. Um, but I quite like some of the guesses in recent times. Mind game domination, and there's also something else. But yeah, I quite like these domination related abbreviations, the guesses. I'm also enjoying the Approaches League, but I really hope we close things off in the fourth week because it's nice to have one less thing on my mind, selecting the team and the players and everything. Rishabh, long time no see you guys, not me. Huh? I'm streaming here regularly. I put out content on chess this week regularly. So it's you guys who have been missing. What's your excuse? Are you not getting the notifications from YouTube? Where are you guys? Where are all the people? Where are all the 38,000 subscribers? Where is everyone? I have no idea. No, it's not MDG1. I mean, people might think I'm arrogant or talking too much, but I do envisage a time where it becomes even more prestigious. GD1, even more prestigious than MDG1. Yeah, I'm streaming regularly. Come on, guys. Come on. I am. Aren't I? Other regulars do tell people. I have been streaming so regularly that even YouTube has been surprised. YouTube is like, what? What? Is the channel alive? Anshika has left, by the way. She kept waiting for my stream. She kept waiting for my stream. She kept waiting for my stream. She probably thought it's never going to happen again, and she left it permanently. And that's the time when I decide to resume streaming. It's often that way, we keep waiting for something, and then just before it's about to happen, we lose that patience. It's one of the most cruelest things in life. Yeah, CA exam in May, NEET exams. We need actual streaming elo chats. I think the YouTube analytics does that. It's much more brutal than the chess ratings, because in chess you can be inactive for 10 years and come back with the same rating. YouTube, you're inactive for 10 days and it's already like, oh, your channel, I'm not going to recommend it to anyone. Who watches your channel? Come on. I don't care how many subscribers you had or people watching previously. Uh, Come on, Niels. I have been streaming regularly. It's just not on my channel, okay? I was there in Chess Assist channel. And as I keep saying, how does it matter if it's my channel or someone else's channel? The important point is uh, I'm out there talking with audio and video, right? Why does it specifically have to be one particular channel? See, I'm not so vain about my channel like YouTubers, my viewers. I just want the content to go out there. It doesn't necessarily need to be on my channel all the time. So I have been streaming regularly, but just not on my channel, which I think is okay, no? It's not. Yeah, exactly. I'm doing it for the people, not for the channel stats. Am I tense all the time? Gray hair, not because of that. These are my true colors. I've been having gray hair since forever, since I was like 15. My vibe changes from channel to channel. So you don't like those vibes in the other channels? Next game with Catalan. Start with 1G3 and convert into Catalan. I can do that. As long as it's not 1v3. Someone once suggested me to do a course on the B3 Catalan. What are your thoughts on that, chat? Maybe it can be a B3 Catalan where I do part of the course and AD does the other part. What do you think? Is that something that interests you? She is for the people, by the people, of the people. Thank you. Are you dating Katie? No, I'm not. And I don't know, my vibe doesn't really change from channel to channel as such. It's maybe just that in this channel, I'm like, in this channel, I have been a bit more shy. And when I'm with less shy people, I also become less shy. Could that be a thing? I think that's probably the explanation for the vibe change. But I am trying to become more and more unfiltered, and it just so happens that every time before I speak something, there's a filter out here, and which is why I very rarely say things that get me into trouble, but which is why I also struggle to be spontaneous. I miss the Among Us days too. Uh, I totally do. What do we do actually? Should we kind of go back to 2020? How fun would it be if life returns back to 2020 with all the work from home and stuff, but without the sad part? Only the good parts of 2020. We have all the internet action. We have unlimited free time, but without uh, without the sad aspects of it. Without being scared of COVID, without being scared of being ill. Okay, I see a massive no. Yeah, not possible, right? It is not possible. I can. That's exactly why it was so special, because it's not something that would have been there for long term. I think the best part of 2020 for a lot of people, including me, was the unexpected new free time we got, and also the kind of people we got to know and got to meet. So maybe it's a thing about creating free time for ourselves. Maybe that is a secret source of life, that we should create more free time for ourselves. 2020 was great only for people that got into streaming, so not for people who are watching it. Huh? Okay, guys, Catalan time, round 5 with the white pieces, and let's go. Yeah, Shruti, same. 2020 was the reason I got introduced to you as well. I don't think we can get Catalan from this opening though. I'm facing all FIDE masters and national masters today. No international masters also. And chat, what are your views on the direction that chess is taking these days? Classical chess, online rapid, online blitz. I personally wouldn't mind if classical chess is kind of phased out. I think it's the hardest for the top players, because the evil part of classical chess in today's times is the amount of information that we have to remember, which kind of turns chess from a sport into an academic pursuit, where more time is spent in consolidating information here than actually playing. Let's go. So, what are your thoughts on that? And this move which I made is a bad move because takes there is f3, and after taking everything, this knight on e4 will be unchallenged. So it's a terrible move by me. A terrible strategic move. Bishop into e5, maybe we can bail out with some bishop into e4. Which I think we kind of have to do because otherwise the position is so depressive. This is also far from ideal because he's going to get one of these pawns on f3, and we are going to be constantly under the threat of we are going to be constantly under, so we need to sacrifice our exchange out here. That's our only way to survive this one. Rook e5. Wants to checkmate us or what? I mean, obviously he wants to checkmate us. Let's postpone it for some time. Yeah, I think this, what he did was less than ideal. Queen h5, we have the pawn move to h4. Queen g4, we have king here for now. So for now, we are not getting mated. Although strategically, the way I played was horror. Here's rook h5. It's like mate almost any time here. Just barely survive. What if he does g5 now? We just take the pawn here. Yeah. And if he does h6 now, then I think we go rook d8. That's what I expected. This is a bit dangerous for his king actually. Because queen g6, we're going queen d7. I think we're winning here, champ. Okay, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But yeah, I think this is winning. Classical chess should not fade. That is the essence of chess. But do people want to watch classical chess? Yeah, classical is the OG, but do we still want to open book? Wow, so much, so many. Sham Shankland said faster time controls favor talent more than hard work, which is less favorable to the masses that work hard. This part I completely disagree with because the thing is, people have been consciously choosing to work towards improving the classical chess skill set. It's a choice. Now, if you spend the similar kind of time on the shorter formats, you will get better at that as well. We get better at whatever we spend time on. So it's not that it favors people with more talent. I don't think so. Now, the thing is that people have spent 20, 30 years training on a certain format, the skills required for that format, let's say long form calculation and things that involve, figuring out yourself by spending a lot of time. People have been invested on improving these things. Meanwhile, on MGD1 boys, all of them on 4 out of 4. There's Amin Tabatabai, Arjun Arigaisi, and our Indian lad SL Narayanan. So how's our boy Arjun doing here? Who's he playing against? He's playing the Israeli Grandmaster Nitzan Steinberg, and this guy is close to my age. I think Arjun will win this game. He will beat Nitzan without much problems. He has a bit less time, which is a bit uncharacteristic, but some h6, knight h5. I expect Arjun to take this. He's playing quite slow though. This part is a weakness, so we need to. Maybe I'm being a bit too over optimistic. I don't like it when Arjun has less time. It's not the same as Nihal having less time, because for Nihal it's like a every game thing. Arjun, it doesn't happen so often. Although Arjun is also quite capable of playing with less time. See, I think he blundered. It's something you need to have a lot of practice in. But his position was strategically so dominant that the blender doesn't cost him so much. Yeah, Queen C1 check and Queen into F4. This is an important. And now some Queen E3 check. D3, I'm not so sure. His king is so weak. It's going to be a draw, I think. Okay, this is attack. Queen F6. Oh no! He blundered. Wow! Oh, Queen attack back! Take it! Yeah, that was crazy. That was so crazy. The end was so crazy. Indian lad and Amin Tabatabai lost, so it's also kind of good that we didn't look into those games. Magnus Carlsen also lost, so he has also 4 out of 5. He lost against what? Oh, he joined one game late. Okay, seems like he skipped one game. I don't know what happened here actually. Something strange happened. I have no idea what happened there. But okay, or maybe Magnus is just trying to set up a game with me. Yeah, I mean, Sam dedicating his whole life to classical and the formats changing. That's how life is. Life is not chess. We don't have fixed rules in life. Things can change here, and we need to have flexibility. It's quite important, I think, to retain that flexibility, not have too strong an identity. At some point, if necessary, I think people should even be prepared to uh, give up. Uh, that's my take. To make classical interesting, make Dubo and Rapport play a 14 game match. Yeah, but the point is, even for that, let's say they play a classical match with whatever time control, which lasts 4 5 hours. The amount of time they need to prepare for that is like 4 times that number, or 5 times, 10 times. And this preparation is not a bad thing. You have to spend time to prepare for rapid and blitz as well. But here, you're spending more time in an academic way, just collecting data, remembering them, and that's not how it is in I think most of the other sport. In most of the other sport, it's about practicing skill. It's about improving your skill. You're practicing something. You're getting better at something. In chess, the blitz and rapid formats also, it's a lot about practicing the skill. In classical chess, or on the other hand, there is still a lot of skill level involved, but there is also so much of remembering things. Uh, Spaced repetition. One of the biggest chess companies in the world. Oh, talking about that, we have one of the most celebrated authors of one of the biggest chess companies in the world, Christopher Silachki, or should we say Silaki? I don't know. I'm not going the usual Karokan against him because I follow his course. Keep it simple. Uh, for my own Karokan. But uh, he has found a keep it simple opening for one c5 as well, I think. What I'm doing should not be right. He is e5 and e6. It has made him think, which is the only good side effect of it. But otherwise, this is like so dangerous. And this is not optimal from him, I guess. e5. Let's prevent it. Yeah, now we are on to more usual territory, more standard territory, I would say. So that is the part which requires a lot of defending. In fact, he can. No, he cannot. Takes everything. He takes with the bishop. We have rook takes c5, and he takes everything on b5. We just take with the queen and c5. So now he wants b4, I guess, and we are under some nasty pressure. And with no good way to defend, to run away with our king. Takes with the queen, which I think he intends to. We are in. We're just in trouble. It's nasty, guys. Looking all nasty. It's looking all nasty. We have to bring back this bishop. So, rook e7, what are we doing? Now the king is also stuck here. There should actually be no way that I'm escaping this one. So, it's a terrible position. My opponent just has to keep things simple here. Keep it simple and will net this point. I wonder why Silaki stopped doing stuff on YouTube. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. Now what do we do? What can we do? Beggars can't be choosers. Our person is begging. He can net a second pawn. That's one simple way of doing things. The only positive thing is his time going below a minute. Which is what we are kind of playing for. Strong. Or is it taking d7 here? Which I think he has missed. Certainly seems like he's missed this. Rook 8. Do you want rook e8? 6-7. Bishop b6, he will take bishops. But finally we have rook e1 check and rook a2. This is a nice trap. Okay, it doesn't work. He could have just played king d3. Thought I was doing a trap Hikaru style. Okay, but this is a draw offer. This is a draw offer, possibly out of frustration. I'm not I'm happy that I didn't want to lose against another author, so I'm happy. Opinion against Pranav, he's actually quite impressive, quite up and coming. I've known him for a while, and I'm also happy that I managed to defeat him in the one time we played in Bangladesh League last year, adding to my list of brags because he's definitely going to be a strong player in the future. I'm unlikely to be playing him again because I'm kind of retired from classical chess. So it's good to see Arjun back to playing Title Tuesdays with concentration. He's winning this one. How's your boy Nihal doing? Nihal is also winning this with some several ways. Yeah, first defend the rook. He can do this very comfortably at his own pace, at his convenience. We have Vladimir Kramnik with 4.5 out of 6. A very, very principled person um, with terms and conditions attached. Yeah, MIT is also in Bangalore, but it's also in Chennai, I think, in Krumpet. Oh yeah, the World Championship match as well. How interested are you in the World Championship match chat between Nepo and Dane? Me personally, I'm not as interested as I would be in. Oh, the boys from Gotham Knights. Hikaru is the one losing. Yeah, pawn to e7. Oh, King f1, I'm not so sure because the king doesn't come out. Rook e6 is good. Knight d6 is coming next. Hikaru is losing this one. Uh, I didn't want to inflict more damage on. Yeah, Rook f6 and it's winning. He has to resign. So Big Fish is the bigger fish in the matchup between Big Fish against Hikaru. Meanwhile, who else is on 4.5 out of 6? Who's below 4.5 out of 6? We don't want to focus too much on those above. Doesn't really make us feel better. Below us, on par with us is Vincent Kimmer, Vladimir Kramnik, and I also saw someone else who's quite strong. And below us, a lot of grandmasters, including Magnus Carlsen. Why is he dropping so many points? What is he doing? What is Carlsen doing? Why is he not getting pad after 4 out of 4? Is he that scared of playing against me? Come on, Magnus. I'm not that devastating also. Hikaru was Mitrava is quite good. I wouldn't say he got lucky though. He's just very, very resilient. Hikaru is hard to defeat. We are playing Pranav in the next week in the Pro Chess League. So we have two Indian teams, and then we also have a bunch of Indian players playing for other teams. We played against Gukesh in the previous week, and now we are playing against Pranav's Norway Gnomes, which was also our ex team, mine and Arjun's. We used to play for Norway Gnomes back in the day. And I used to play quite well, by the way. I had a rating performance of about 2650. Once upon a time, I used to play chess actively, but not anymore. Now it's only titled Tuesdays. How does the Pro Chess League format work? There are 16 teams, and 2 teams are out already. 2 teams have qualified to the quarterfinals, and I'm the captain of MGD1. The manager is Manu Gurtu, but no, MG doesn't stand for that. So now there are about 12 teams, out of which 6 will qualify to the quarterfinals. Teams that wins 3 matches out of 5 qualify to the quarterfinals, and we have won 2 out of 3. So we need to win 1 out of the next 2 games. It's a format where you can have 10 players in total, out of which 2 has to be women and 1 has to be a junior. Our women games have started, by the way. So let's get back. Yeah, I know Manu Gurtu is the manager. That's basically what makes us unbeatable. By the way, it it is that I don't know what's the strongest thing in the Avengers universe. I didn't watch this Thanos version, but yeah, that's what makes us like bulletproof. That's a kind of power which other teams simply do not possess. And Infinity Stones, right? Yeah, Infinity Stones. I don't really know what it does, but uh, I can imagine that if it's an object of incredible power, having Manu Gurtu in the team does pretty much the same thing. That is the power, the raw power that he brings to the table, which is also a very useful thing because we do play on a table. So having that power that he brings to the table, it only adds up our power. Just realize that chess has a lot of. Hope we're not losing something. Just realize chess has a lot of table involved in it. We play on tables. We have table bases, which is the most powerful thing out there within the chess world. Which is actually the closest thing to God that I have seen, the table basis. What is the closest thing to God that you have seen, chat? And how many of you are aware of what table basis is? So, for the uninitiated, table base is basically it just gives you it solves chess up to 6 pieces, or is it 7 now? It used to be 6, it could be 7 now. It solves all chess positions up to just 7 pieces remaining on the board, including the kings. And what table base shows is completely incomprehensible to human beings. We struggle to even understand and explain why some position is mate in 62, for instance. Table base comes up with these kind of evaluations. It can instantly tell if the position is draw, a win. If it's a win, a mate in how many moves. It can just about tell everything. So um, the image of an all-powerful being, a god who controls everything. Table base is actually that. Not totally matching our description of God. It doesn't influence. It cannot influence what the players do, or at least that's what I think so. Unless I'm being invisibly controlled by a table base in some way that I only have an illusion of free will. How many of you believe in free will, by the way? Did I make rook f1 out of my own volition, or did some invisible force push me towards it? Bishop a3, what is the explanation? Why did I make that? He wants to get his bishop out. We want to get our bishop out. There used to be this series called Black Mirror on Netflix, which was like mind blowing. And ED is 25 check. 94. shouldn't bother us. Can take on D2 first. That also shouldn't bother us. Yeah, I think that is what he will do. Yeah. I'll lose this. It might be G5. Okay, so there's going G5. D4. I would like to make this move rook C6. Here we go, G4. Because we want to keep this pin going for as long as we can. So it allows us more smoke. Allows us, but should we do it? I think this is the safest thing. Put the queen back. Protect everything for the moment. We have a blockade. Though I don't know if I wanted the queen for the... Just recheck, we just come back. This is what he... Look at you, just take it too. Risky for... This looks risky for us actually. Very, very risky. Okay, queens are off. Big part of danger. Not having enough time to convert. Played too slow. Yeah, this shouldn't really pose any problems for him. Now he gives checks, I guess. Yeah, we're just wasting time. Should we do? Should we just waste a bit of time? Hoping for a... Happens a lot in these 10-second versus 10 seconds matches. Still wish I could flag him. This one is with increment. So what I noticed is that he keeps his rook very close to the king. So if we can get it out, maybe we have some chances. Now he became comfortable with moving his rook away. But we should just make a draw. Shaky, terrible technique by him. Makes me feel bad to make a draw. I can imagine people getting really impatient. But once again, is this out of my own free will or no? Yeah, it should be possible to connect ChatGPT to an engine. Closest thing to God is when Srinath is preaching. Oh please, kuch bhi. Kuch bhi. The next game immediately starts. Because everyone was waiting for us in the previous. Is it Arjun against Nihal? Wonder if it's Arjun in this game. Queen season looks very, very dodgy. Let's weak. Queen d3 also doesn't feel. Now we have got our pieces out. Solid position. Get that. Queen c4 we have bishop e6. This goes back. We have knight e4 takes and takes. Hope I'm not blundering anything. Who plays 50 moves of rook versus rook just to delay the tournament? My intention is not to delay the tournament. It's just difficulty in accepting that I'm drawing against this guy who's not such a great player. And it's called denial. So the denial is what makes people play the rook versus rook. Or it's what makes me play the rook versus rook. I mean, like, sure if I can take the pawn. But do I have to take with the queen, I think. Denial is a river in Egypt. Hey Path, it's long time no see you guys, not me. Huh? I'm, as I tell people, regularly streaming these days. Why can't I just take my f7? What is this thing when I'm not even looking? Is this actually something dangerous to worry about? Because we have options. We can take this, followed by this. That looks like the safest thing, which requires least calculation. It's what a Maggie boy would do, Magnus Carlsen. They just do that, no? Let's play like Magnus. And Magnus does it against 2700 Grandmasters. We should be able to do it at least against FIDE Masters. Shouldn't we? Why I don't stream on Twitch? Twitch is not very India friendly. It consumes more data. Less Indian people on Twitch. and he's going to take with the queen, I think. So that's primo. Yeah, there were a bunch of reasons. I thought a lot on streaming on Twitch, but never got to it. It's Bishop and D1 is a threat. We want Queen H4 next. This should be like -6, -7, -8, -9, etc. But yeah, I couldn't flag in the previous one. But that's okay, we are just playing for fun. They stopped making Black Mirror as soon as COVID took over because it was literally a Black Mirror already in IRL. It came into life, I think. Proof of concept steady spilling out. Or is it a zoonotic spillover? What is the latest theory in vogue? Arjun is playing against U96, who is Zamsara and Sidipo. Nihal is playing against Botnik, who is much more well known and potentially stronger. So it seems like Arjun is in a good position to win this. Magnus Carlsen is a pawn down against GM Shahin. He's a pawn down, but the moment I came in, he has a nice tactic. He had to play. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think he will win this one. He will win both these pawns. Somehow he seems to be on tilt. Have I tried ChatGPT for chess? Not yet. I haven't seen it. I haven't used it for chess, but I've used it for a bunch of other things, including writing emails. I think on Twitch there would be much more audience and engagement. I'm really not sure because Twitch is also quite greedy in terms of consistency. And although I stream regularly, I don't do it on my channel. So I think that will not work with the algorithm. It wants it on your channel. So Maxi is winning this one. Just come King F5. This is just pushing it. If the rook was on H8, the rook would be lost. But this is like cruelly screwing with his opponent, giving him a glimmer of hope before snatching it up. Hello, Jahnavi. Who are all playing from India today? So that's me. And that's Nihal, Arjun, Pranav. Pranav has kind of become a star of Title Tuesday these days, you know. He defeated Magnus quite recently in Title Tuesday. Oh, Hikaru has 6 out of 8. Same score as me. What is with these guys, Magnus and Hikaru? Why do they want to play against me so badly? What? Guys, come on. I'll if you want, I can do a separate stream where we can play, you know. If you want, I can do a separate stream. So you guys don't have to lose games to try and blame me. It's so hard to defeat Nihal in these kind of situations, people. You can get all the winning positions you want with Nihal having less time. To beat him, it's a whole different story. He's so resilient and slippery like an eel. He has Unagi. Rook into a3. Okay, this Botnik will win. I think this Botnik will win, but never say never. Oh! That was close, but for 1 second I thought Nihal had pulled it back. Meanwhile, I think Arjun must have won, no? Yeah, Botnik is also a speed monster. He'll also win this one. Let's go for some happier things. Not really. Arjun is not winning this one. He was winning, but his opponent seems to have come back. Arjun's still trying to win with the extra H pawn, but his opponent is totally safe, and these people. Oh, look at this! Look at this tricks. Nice trick, nice trick. But probably not enough for a win. Yeah, not enough for a win. It's still not an elementary draw because this H pawn is pretty powerful. But the knight will come to and bishop cannot move out of this diagonal, so they'll just repeat and make a draw. Arjun's next classical event is Tepe Sigame. And who else? Sorry, yeah. What else was I talking about? I forgot chat. What was I talking about? I was talking about something and then I forgot. I got distracted by someone saying it's 69 watching. By the way, I decided not to look at the watching at all on the studio, so I have no idea how much watching we are having and stuff. Since Sri Anna is getting older, I'm not sure whether he's going to get what I told earlier. I'm pretty sure I'm not. What is my next tournament? I think I'll play the Add Things Masters playing on 14th. There is a tournament in IIT Madras this weekend, but I'm probably not going to play that because I just don't feel like playing an OTB event. It just takes away 2 full days away, and there's a lot of things to complete, and I also don't want to spend so much time on chess only. I want to also spend some time on other areas in life, so I'm pretty disinclined towards playing. Yeah, the Shastra Rapid. OTP में पैसा बहुत है bro. I don't care. Pranav is not exactly a new rising star. He's been around for I think a bit more than a year now. I think he was most notable for winning the Julius Bar Generations the Challengers chess tour, and he played a match against Prague where he lost quite badly. But Pranav has been such a player, either hot or cold. He wins or loses. He defeats Magnus Carlsen or loses games. I don't see him making a lot of draws, which is pretty exciting to watch, by the way. But as he matures and becomes stronger as a player, he will win more but lose less. So, yeah, I think he's on his way to stability, but yeah, it's super exciting. Hikaru Serench has only the top 30 in the world, make a good living. Now I think even that is becoming lesser. It has come down, and partly due to less classical tournaments than before, it has gone down a bit, and more online speed chess tournaments. So people who are around outside the top 10, around 25 to 40, they are not really, I think, making a lot of money to just earn exclusively from playing chess. Someone like Vidit. Hare Krishna. You see, they're hardly playing any classical over the board tournaments because they don't get invitations because they're not in the top 10. They're neither here nor that. They're not too outside, but they'll make a lot more money from online speeches events than classical over the board. And grandmasters get public sector jobs, but that's honestly not a whole lot of money because the expenditure for a sports person is significantly more than the expenditure for an average person, because you have all the same expenses but additional expenses like training and uh, renting stuff on cloud and many different things, so it costs more. Also, the public sector jobs are closed. It's not open anymore. There's no more free money. It was literally like free money, because you're not really doing brand work. You're in effect representing a certain brand, like Indian Oil or ONGC, but you're not really doing any actual brand work out there. And yeah, so it was kind of an era of free money, but it closed down. So they're not really recruiting any new players. If you see the new, it stopped even when Arvind Chidambaram was coming up. And I think the last player to get recruited was someone like Karthik and Murli. I don't know of anyone else getting recruited after that. And in the current generation, Nihal, Arjun, Prag, Gukesh, I think Prag had some kind of an exception, but apart from that, I don't see anyone else getting these public sector jobs anymore. I wasn't good enough to get into it. I was always the best out of the last, in the sense that I was not within the bracket, but like amongst the top outside that bracket. So in my age group, people like AD, Setu, they got in the oil companies, but I was not a grandmaster at that time. I was not good enough, so I didn't make it in time. Prag has joined IOC, but I don't know if it's an actual employment. He's not 18, so it's certainly not an employment. You have to be 18. Uh, I don't know what the actual agreement is, because they do give out scholarships. Scholarships are not jobs, not employments. They are temporary. But it could be an agreement where Prag gets an employment as soon as he turns 18. This is certainly not normal, but it could be an exception for Prag. This is not so publicly known what the exact thing is. Has there been any improvement in terms of government support after the Chennai Chess Olympiad? Uh, I think neither an increase nor a decrease. There was already pretty decent government support before the Olympiad. That the Olympiad happened itself is a result of government support. Now you can't expect government to keep giving people money on a monthly payroll or something, because you need to do something to get paid. It doesn't just happen that, oh, I really like how you play chess. It's so wonderful to watch, so I'm gonna feed you for the rest of your life. That certainly can't be how commerce works. And it has to, people do something which is exciting for other people to watch, some kind of a performance, something entertaining, or something of an instructional value. It has to be something out of these things. And in chess there is a lot of avenues for these aspects, to earn a living through these aspects. I think there's just more than enough ways. Okay, I'll talk later. I'm playing Hikaru really didn't need to try so hard, being on 6 out of 8 and all. This is totally unnecessary. But fine, if this is what he wants so badly, so be it. So be it. Weird move. He's just trying to take me out of the opening, I think. Which is not a bad idea at all. He knows me a bit by now. We have played a few Title Tuesdays, so I think he knows exactly how bad I am in general. With the knight, I don't know why exactly, but it just feels like the move to pick. Now we want to get an e5. Not entirely sure. it's the way to go. But I do know that with Hikaru, if you spend too much time thinking, you're not going to get chances later. So let's go. We need the bishop on this place. When Hikaru thinks, you need to really be on your toes because he looks at things really fast. He's very fast. His processing speed is pretty low if you compare to computers, but compared to other fellow human beings, it's super fast. When move this knight, he wants to take on c6, yeah? That's such a bad thing to do. We really need to move the knight to get the bishop out into the game. How do we do that? Is the question. We should do this. Likely loses a pawn, but okay. I'll take the chance in return for activity. We want some bishop g4 and knight f3 check back. And bishop c5 will be met with bishop into d1. Otherwise, we want to go. Yeah. Knight f3 check was the initial intention here, which he has got it covered for the moment. So, two options: queen b7 and rook d8, or rook b8 and queen d7. Go for the second option. Because this keeps this and this, both these threads alive. Knight d3 is rook b1. This. I missed knight into a4. But I hope there's something here. Moves this bishop, we swing the rook. Otherwise, queen e5, queen h5 is a threat. Queen d3, there's rook b. Ah, no, then there's queen d8. I think rook a4 should work here. Queen e5. Just try it out. Queen h4. Just has h4. Huh? This protected by this bishop. Oh, that was close. I had to play Bishop A6 there. Bishop F3 was a blender. I had to play Bishop A6. And are we actually winning this? I thought I was winning. Bishop A6, A5, H5, D7, takes, H4. That was a draw. Bishop A6 was a draw. Bishop A6 was a draw, but yeah, that was. I thought I had a win here too. Turns out that I don't. I just had a dangerous position and missed something. I shouldn't have lost this one. So, and yeah, I should have taken on H4 first. Here, what was. I still had a draw? I had to play H3 and H2. But okay, this is crazy. This is crazy. I mentally lost that though. I thought I was lost and I kind of gave up there. That was the problem. Okay, that was fun. That was an interesting game. Did we have any more, any other chances? How was the game otherwise? Yeah, this part it really felt like I had a nice position. Oh, the next game has started. Yeah, that was a tough one. And chat, do hit that like button if you haven't. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's just my streamer's toolkit, you know. I'm supposed to say those things. So, just saying it out. Yeah, chat, what an intense game that was. Went down to the wire. Hikaru not having his best day for sure. You could just see that in his points. He's in a bit of his worst ever title Tuesday score, I think. But yeah, it's just scrambles. He's just so good at scrambles, and it's a combination of me being bad at it because I'm not used to it. My heart rate goes really high. But see, chat, this is why Blitz is just so much fun, so interesting, and you don't get these things in classical chess, and you get it all. Rook b1, he'll take c4. So there's a safe place for the bishop. Although still, this is not decidable. We need to be able to, yeah. It's not decidable. Because this pawn is also weak. He has bishop a3. Yeah, we have the b1 square for the book. If all chess players play Title Tuesday regularly, I'm not sure about that. I mean, all chess players do play Title Tuesday regularly. Many strong players out there, and Hikaru does win in spite of them playing, and quite a few times even with Magnus playing. So I don't really. I'm not really sure if Hikaru will have. He's just insanely good in chess. Playing against him does bring your level also. It's fun to play against him. Hello, Anshuman. You walk in and you see a blender. Don't, please don't judge me based on that. But yeah, we are playing pretty fast, so that's it's all cool when you're playing fast. Your opponent does get under pressure. Oh no! This is too much. This is too much. The exact thing he was rooting for. After that one game against Hikaru, where I played with all my concentration, I blender like this. Let's see if we can flag our way out of this, but I'm not hopeful because 96k are losing our second piece as well. Pathetic. It's a pathetic game from me. But let's get to Arjun. Let's get to our MGD1 team, our boy. Yeah, Hikaru is crazy. But whenever I play Hikaru, I always feel super motivated. I try to play better than how I would normally play. There are two types of reactions for players when they play people like Hikaru and Magnus. Either they play better than how they normally play, or they play worse. And Arjun isn't doing so well here. So let's look at some of the other games. Who else? What else is going on? How's your boy? Nihal is winning this, so he'll move to 8.5 out of 10. Pranav not having his best. Arjun has drawn, so he has 8.5, just like Nihal. And Hikaru seems to have won, propelled by that win. He defeated Katakamsky. Ah, we need to score a point against Hikaru once. And how are the other MGD1 boys doing? I think they seem to have fallen a bit by the wayside. I can't really find it. Yeah, Pranav not doing great. Oh, he's winning on. Oh, yeah, yeah. He's very good at these scrambles somehow. He makes these moves which are not expected by the opponent, and but he's not able to get this one going. Who else? Okay, the last game will start pretty soon. So let's see how that goes. I don't have an editor though. Damn. I missed. Uh, Going to some of the earlier chats, yeah, it's not just for young grandmasters, but grandmasters of, I mean, people of any kind get employment only when they are younger. So for PSUs, usually the age limit is 25, with some exceptions for people from certain communities. So there is that, but standard cutoff is 25 in general. Which flag is that besides whose name? Is it Rano having chest brass? And do I have more points than Magnus? Yeah, of course, Hikaru certainly didn't miss that. And my mistake was I thought they were both the same. But yeah, Hikaru is, of course, faster than. He's a few seconds faster, and that makes a difference in scrambles. That makes all the difference in scrambles. Being a few seconds faster. That's all you need. That's all you need sometimes. Just that few seconds difference. All right, chat. Last round. Let's finish this off in a good way. Yeah, that's just going to be your imagination tonight, Shruti. It's not happening. I'm not going to inflict any more pain on Magnus tonight. He has had enough already. Hello, Ganesh. How are you? dissipated. A6, bishop c6. Yeah, I made some suboptimal moves. I had a really nice position. I made some suboptimal moves. Kind of underestimating my opponent, who seems to be playing with full concentration. It's a bit of a pity that they changed the rules of Arena Kings. Because that is more fun format than Title Tuesday. I've never, I've never, I've never seen people ask. I would have never imagined people. I would have never imagined a crossover between Catalan and the Parsi community. Not in a million years. You have a pass form. It's time to push. This one's 94. We have bishop e2. But here's king c3. Here's king c3. Bishop f3. We can take and go. I'm not sure do what, but your opponent has less time. You make stupid things. I think we'll end with a draw. We're taking this with a check. I don't think we are getting a draw here, chat. Yeah, this bishop just protects everything. And our opponent is just has enough practice to get this. Play fast enough. So Anshika, it's actually true then. I mean, at first I was joking, but it's actually true. Hence proven. Arjun loses the last game. Nihal wins the last game. So Nihal finishes second. He defeated Blue One, Matthias. and Arjun lost against Fedosiv. So after all that hard work of 10 games, poor guy. And Hikaru finishes in the top 5. Shit, I could have been a spoiler. That game, that game just changed both our tournaments completely. So sad, so sad, so sad. All right, chat. That was a lot of fun, and hoping to do this almost every Tuesday. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. And after a long time, I think we had like a fun stream on this channel. Well, I'm not saying anything like that, Anshika, but I'm just agreeing with whatever you said. And do a Tamil stream one day. Uh, Probably not on my channel. There are just too many non Tamil understanding people in my channel. So yeah, uh, I don't see it happening in my channel anytime soon. Happy Holi, guys, and happy Women's Day to all of you out there. I know it's like still 25 minutes, but yeah, have a happy Women's Day, and see you all for the next chess this week. I presume this weekend, and Title Tuesday next week. But before that, on Chess Assist channel on Friday, we have the MGD one against Norway Gnomes, 9 p.m. Friday. So catch me there. And bye bye, chat. Love you all. See you really soon.